Oh God, I love you. Please never leave me. What would I do without coffee, man? I have no idea. We're back. I'm over here on some Marvel Rivals. A little bit of a chill video today. It's the holy month of Ramadan. So for all of you out there who don't know what that is, basically a month where us Muslims have to fast from sunrise until sunset. So around like 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. here in the Bay Area. You basically can't eat or drink any water for that time span. And then as soon as the sun sets, you can drink and eat as much as you want. So needless to say, it's been a little bit of a stressful month. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty difficult. This coffee is the only thing getting me through this. I don't think it's a good combo having to fast and also work at the same time, man. I don't know how people do it. For me, it's just the temptation to just eat and drink water is just always right there. I just can't handle it sometimes. It gets too much. I haven't cheated just yet, but it's getting... Man, it's getting pretty difficult. We're back here on some Marvel Rivals. I just wanted to beat up some kids with my top 2% Thor skills real quick. The thing about Ramadan is it's not really the fasting that really hurts. It's the work, man. It's just working and having to be productive while fasting is just so difficult. Hence why videos haven't been coming out as much. And if they do, it's very low energy. So I apologize for that. Who am I apologizing to, bro? No one watches this shit. The Marvel Rivals dropped 2 new characters since I last played. They dropped the Thing and the Fire guy from Fantastic Four. I feel like an old ass unk right now because I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not really that worried though because of my top 2% Thor skills are just gonna translate so well here, as you guys will see in a little bit here. But yeah, man, work has just been so stressful lately. I haven't really talked about my workplace in a really long time, but what's really difficult about it is just the amount of pressure that's on me to perform, especially because I'm a contractor and I can get fired at any second. You know, as egotistical as it sounds, one of the reasons that I stopped playing Marvel Rivals was just because I felt like I finished the game. I got up to Grandmaster the first season that came out, and then I just left it because I felt like I peaked. Like there's no way I'm gonna ever reach a rank higher than Grandmaster. I mean, I guess I could. I mean, I do have the confidence to do so. I feel like I'm good enough. Well, now I'm not because I haven't played the game in so long, but I feel like at the beginning of the season, I probably could have if I really put some time in. But it's just like gaming hasn't really been as enjoyable for me anymore. I feel like just the responsibilities of life have just started hitting so hard recently, where I'm always just so stressed about my next paycheck, about paying rent, paying bills. When I play these video games, it's just a little bit like I feel guilty, especially because a lot of people like take it just so seriously. They're trying to like go pro, and I'm over here messing around with Thor, who's not even the best tank in the game. Like if I really wanted to win every game, I should probably play something like Groot or Doctor Strange. They did buff Thor though at the beginning of the season, but he's still like not the best tank, I guess. I just love playing him, dude. Like not many people play him, so I feel like very specialized in one area, which I really like. I like finding like a niche that I can excel at, especially at the beginning of last season. Like no one really played Thor, and I would just like destroy lobbies with him. You are not getting away from me, little bro. Come here. Yeah, just give up. No, he got away. No, dude. Where did he go? Oh my god, he actually disappeared. What the fuck? Oh, here he is. No way, he just solo ulted me, bro. No way, he just did that. No way. No way. Yeah, good stuff, little bro. Good stuff. Top 2% Thor, man. They can't handle it sometimes, so they just feel the need to solo ult me. It's fine. I haven't really been talking about my workplace because I just have this anxiety that maybe one day they're gonna find my videos, and then if I just talk a little bit of trash about them, I always get this like anxiety that they're gonna find out and they're gonna fire me. But I mean, let's be honest, dude, no one really watches my videos, so I just might as well talk about it. What's been happening recently is that we got a new hire, and this guy, he's basically like me. So we hired a contractor just like me. When I first started working, it took me like a very long time to get used to the workplace and just the way everything flows. I would say it took me about like 2 weeks to really get a hang of it. I mean, I still don't have a hang of everything, but I'm a lot better than when I first started. Let's just say that. Like I'm a pretty reliable worker, I think. So this new hire comes in and I can just like see myself in him. But dude, I don't want to be like too much of an asshole. This guy is just, man, I don't want to trash this guy like on YouTube. I feel like that's a little bit mean, but let's be honest, no one watches my videos, so I might as well. This guy is just so dumb, bro. Sorry, he just is. And what do I mean by dumb? Like, I don't even know how the guy got the job. He doesn't have the experience. He doesn't have the resume. He doesn't have any of the tools or expertise that would allow him to sort of live in the workplace, if that makes sense. And I'm sorry if I sound like egotistical, but I'm just being honest, man. I don't know how the guy got the job. Let's just say that. I don't want to be too mean, but I don't know how he got the job. So I asked him, I was like, dude, how was your interview process? Like, how'd you find the job? You know, just trying to sort of understand his process, like how he got the job. And he was like, well, let me ask you how you got the job. And I was just being honest. I was like, yeah, I signed up for this platform called Upwork, which is a freelancer website. And the company reached out to me. Like, I didn't reach out to the company. The company reached out to me. They were like, hey man, we're looking for someone who has some experience, not a lot of experience, like not entirely a new grad, but someone who can actually perform and learn and get good at the workplace. And that's how I got the job. And he was like, oh, that's a little different than how I got the job. I was like, how'd you get the job? He said that he got it through a referral. Now that was a little bit of a red flag for me, because how do you get a referral for a contractor job? Especially because I haven't really heard of this company doing job posts where you can refer someone to the post, if that makes sense. Like usually how it goes is a company would post a job like entry-level software engineer, and then if you know someone in the company, they can refer you to that job. But this company doesn't really post job postings. They just reach out to people and hire them that way. So that was a little bit of a red flag. I was like, this guy probably has an in somewhere in the company and that's how he got the job. Let's just be honest. Especially because for this company, the interview process is much easier than other companies. It also helps that it's a 1-year contract, not an actual job, hence the freelancer thing right here. So I'm not really an employee, I'm just a freelancer. Anyways, this guy comes into work and my manager is like, well, there's this guy Mo, me, and he went through the whole onboarding process. So he was just like, I'm just gonna let Mo deal with this new hire and just get him onboarded. Now keep in mind, onboarding to a new company, especially as a software engineer, it's not an easy task. It takes a couple of weeks to get used to this stuff. So he just dropped this on me. Now keep in mind, I'm already dealing with a bunch of other stuff. Like I'm working on a bunch of other tasks for the company. So now I have to deal with this kid who doesn't know anything. And I have to basically get him onboarded and teach him everything about the company, even though I don't know everything about the company, dude. Like I'm still bothering our senior software engineers, being a little fucking annoying bastard, just asking them questions every 2 seconds. I feel bad sometimes because of just the amount of questions I ask. But at the end of the day, dude, it's like, how are you going to learn if you don't ask questions? So that's what I've been doing. I've been asking a lot of questions and I have been learning. Hey, look at this. This is the difference between a regular Thor and a top 2% Thor right here. Watch this. You get in, you get out. Okay, I didn't get out. Never mind, I'm cutting this out. Fuck! So I'm responsible of getting this guy onboarded, and it's very difficult for me because I'm not really the most socially experienced person in the world. Let's just say I'm a little socially awkward. But before we hired this guy, I was like, you know what, maybe this is good. I'll have like a friend who I can relate to. It'll be good. I didn't really think it'll be this bad. But we hire this guy and man, he is just, I can't handle it, bro. I can't deal with dumb people, bro. I can't handle it, bro. Dumb people piss me off. I can't. So this guy comes in and he has absolutely no experience. Like there's a different level of experience, I feel like, for new grads. Like you have your new grads who just have zero experience and just know nothing about the industry. Like they barely know how to write like 2 lines of code. And then you have your new grads who are somewhat acceptable, I guess. Like they know how to make a web application at least. Like they know the ins and outs of like back end and front end, stuff like that. I feel like this is pretty like basic concepts that even a new grad should know. That's considered basic in the industry nowadays. I'm not saying you should solve like complex Einstein algorithms, but you should know the difference between front end and back end. So this guy comes in, I swear to you, he knows nothing. Like absolutely nothing. Like he barely knows basic Linux commands. Now, I know a lot of people watching right now don't really know what I'm talking about. Like, what do you mean by Linux commands? It's basically like the command terminal. It's traversing your computer through a terminal. Now, this is basic stuff that I feel like every single software engineer should know. I feel like they teach you this at school. They don't teach it to you directly, but by solving all the projects that they give you at school, I feel like you should have at least gone through this once or twice. But this guy has absolutely zero experience in this. Well, my manager's like, yeah, Mo, just get him onboarded. Just make him understand everything you went through. I'm like, okay, that does sound a little bit like cheating because my manager has always been the kind of guy where if you ask him a question, he doesn't give you the answer directly. He's always been the guy who's like, oh, he should find the answer himself. He's like Yoda, right? Answer no give you. Answer you must find yourself. Like that's the kind of guy my manager is. So I found it very weird when this guy comes in and my manager's like, yeah, Mo, just give him all the answers. Like don't even bother getting this guy to try and understand the ins and outs of the company. Just get him onboarded as quick as possible. We gotta speed run this shit. I'm like, okay, this is a little unfair because I spent like 2 to 3 weeks trying to learn the ins and outs of the company. I felt like an absolute fucking dumbass for 3 weeks because no one would answer my questions and they just expected me to solve everything myself. And I somehow managed to do that. But this guy comes in and my manager is like, yeah, Mo's is gonna give you all the answers. So I want to say I'm a little jealous. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not a little jealous. I'm extremely jealous. Okay, I said it. I'm very jealous of this guy. Now, the problem isn't really with the guy himself. Like, he seems like a decent guy. He's a little nerdy, very socially inept, like even more socially inept than me. I feel so bad sometimes because of how dry I'm being with him. But it's just like he makes these like very bad jokes. He's just like so nonchalant about everything, very unprofessional. And he expects me to just laugh with him. And I'm over there like, because, you know, he thinks that we're the same age and that I should be able to relate to him. We should be able to relate to each other. So he's very nonchalant about everything, especially with me. And I'm there just like, bro, you haven't went through half the shit I went through. So it's very hard for me to like be friendly with him, I guess. I mean, I'm friendly. I'm not mean. But I don't want to be besties with this guy, if that makes sense. I just don't think that's ever going to happen. So the problem is really starting to pop up now, where this guy is now getting all the answers from me, right? So let's say something took me 2 to 3 weeks to solve. This guy just comes up to me and my manager's like, yeah, just give him the answer. And this guy solves the same problems I went through in an hour, whereas I spent 2 weeks solving them. So now this guy seems like an absolute fucking genius to everyone, where he's just solving everything in quarter of the time it took me to solve them because he's getting the answers straight from me. And I know it sounds like I'm a petty bastard, just a jealous petty bastard, but it's the truth, man. I just find it very weird because I'm a contractor, bro. Like, I could get fired at any time. This guy, I'm getting the sense that this guy has come in to replace me. Like, this is what my manager said. My manager exactly said that this guy is, I don't know how you say it. Is it like a failsafe? No, that's not it. It's like, you know how when something goes down and you have like a backup? This guy's like my backup, I guess you could say. This is what my manager told me. He's like, yeah, we got this guy as a backup for you. And that just puts so much pressure on me because I'm like, okay, if I make one mistake here, they can just fire me and then just have this guy take my place. And keep in mind, that's how I got the job in the first place. They fired a guy and I took his place. Granted, the guy who was before me was an absolute dumbass. But again, they're seeing this new guy come in and he seems like an absolute genius to them because he's just so fast getting this stuff done because he's just getting the answers from me. I swear, dude, this story makes me sound like a fucking 5-year-old who's just like jealous of his brother or something, but it's the truth, man. Like, I bet this guy has never been a top 2% Thor is what I'm trying to say. Like, this guy could never do this and just absolutely win the game like this. Like watch this. Look at how good I am, man. Like, no way this guy can carry a game like I'm doing right now. There's absolutely no way. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't know if it makes me sound like an absolute asshole, but just give me advice on what to do. Just because of how difficult it was for me to get onboarded and just start learning all of this stuff. Like, I'm not joking, guys. It put me in a severe depression. I was severely depressed the first 2 months of my new job. Like, imposter syndrome was like on another level. I know, let me know if I'm being too dramatic or something, or if I'm just being a little baby here. But I genuinely feel like it's absolute BS. And then the day is gonna come where I'm gonna get fired and this guy takes my place and I'm gonna be like, I told you so. It doesn't help that my manager is also like an absolute weirdo. The best example I can give is that the other day we were in a meeting. It was like a Zoom meeting. We were on the meeting with some people from India, and one of the people from India sort of opens up his camera by accident and he shows his armpit hair. He's sitting on bed like this. He was in bed in the meeting and I think he just joined from his phone. So he was just like sitting on his bed like this and his armpit, his hair was just like on the camera. And my manager is such a weirdo, bro. When he sees this, he goes, the guy obviously closes his camera and he's just like ashamed. He just mutes his mic. He doesn't say anything. And my manager's like, yo, why'd you close your camera? We want some action, bro. We want some action. I swear to God, when this guy says that, I don't know how HR hasn't gotten to him. This guy, bro, he's like a fucking loose cannon, I swear to God. I think he keeps mentioning also that he keeps getting these emails from HR for saying shit like that. I remember the other day we were having like, there was like an event at the company. So we were sitting at this table eating some free food. And my manager's just sort of getting to know me. He's like, oh, so you're from Jordan, huh? Like the Middle East. I'm like, yeah, you know. And he goes, oh, so you guys have a lot of belly dancers, huh? I'm like, yeah, we do have a lot of belly dancers, I guess. I mean, we don't really, but I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. He goes to the organizer of that event and he goes up to her. He's like, when are we getting the belly dancers? Like, dude, you can't be saying shit like that, dude. It's 2025. You're gonna get canceled. Oh my god, I'm so good. Top 2%, baby! I remember my manager also did one other thing the other day. So this guy, he bikes to work, okay? So he doesn't drive to work, he bikes to work. So every time he comes into work, he's always wearing these like bike clothes, these like tight ass clothes. I don't want to be too vulgar here, but his privates are sort of in our face all the time. Sometimes he also like changes his pants in the office. My software engineering manager, like the guy right below him, I guess you could say, he always goes up to him and he's like, dude, you're gonna get fired. Like, HR is gonna get your ass one day for doing this shit. Like, you can't be changing your pants in the office, dude. I swear, it's like I'm in an episode of The Office when I'm working with this guy. Bro, I'm gaming! Top 2%, baby. I'm gonna carry the game right here. Bro, I'm actually so good at this game. Like, sometimes I really forget just how good I am. Like, I can single-handedly carry a game when I really lock in. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how the audio quality was. Oh, before we go, we gotta watch the MVP here. Just to prove that I'm a top 2% Thor here. Just enjoy here. Just enjoy. Oh, we also got to Diamond 3. Just a heads up. Here we go. We're gonna watch it together real quick. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Top 2%. Blind. Deaf. Thirsty, hungry, don't matter, baby. Lakers in 5. Look at that. Top 2% Thor, baby. Look at this gameplay, dude. I swear to God, I should have went pro instead of trying to be a software engineer. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Quad feed, baby. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Again, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a sub if you guys really want to. And, sorry for not uploading a lot. Hopefully that'll change. And see you guys next time.